Okie dokie, last but not least, we have our third loaf of bread for the day, and we are going to be making our honey wheat sourdough loaf sandwich bread. So we are going to go ahead and get started. I've got my jumbo bowl because this is all I have. I still need to go to Daiso and get some of those clear glass bowls because they seem like that's like the best choice for me right now, but it's okay. I am still using my beautiful new Disney. Uh-oh, not enough. How do I do that? How do I always go from too little to too much? There we go, 350. Still using my cute little Disney hotel, resort hotel cup. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. Okay, so we've got 350 grams of, oh no, we only need 300 grams of water. Let's get rid of some of that. What am I doing? I need to pay attention, guys. 300 grams of water. We are going to do 150 grams of our sourdough starter. You can see that bad boy. Look at all of those beautiful bubbles coming through with that. Heck yeah. Okay, so 150 grams of starter, which will put us at 450 grams. Okay, we will get this mixed. Then next we will add in our bread flour and our whole wheat flour and our honey. But first we have to get this all taken care of. So we need to get this all dissolved, give it a nice little mix. After I get this one done, then I am going to go pick up the kids from school. And then it is Friday, so we will probably go out to eat after my husband gets off of work. That's kind of what we do on Fridays. It's kind of our thing. So yeah, that's always exciting. I don't know what we'll choose. Probably Gusto, because that's kind of our usual thing. If nobody has ever heard of Gusto, go! You have to go. Even if you are just visiting Japan, it is like this little family restaurant, but everything is so cute. Everything is so cheap. They have the best chicken karaage, so like fried chicken, Japanese fried chicken. And then their wine is like 100 yen, so like 75 cents. So highly recommend. Highly recommend. A lot of times my husband will take the kids to look at Pokemon cards, and Mama gets to go over and have a glass of wine and order food and wait for the kids. So I get like this little bit of peace and quiet, which is lovely. Okay, so this is all mixed in. Let me get this zeroed out. Next we are going to do 350 grams of our bread flour. 350 grams of bread flour. Almost. Okay, 350 grams of that. And then we are going to do 150 grams of our whole wheat flour, which will put us 150 grams. I need to get more whole wheat flour. I am running low. This is my last bag. And I have to go to the specialty store for it, so it's a pain in the butt. So a pain. It's okay. It's delicious. I'll deal with it. I'll just complain a little bit along the way, that's all. Okay, so we've got that in there. And then we have to do our 10 grams of salt. And then we do clear this out, and we are going to do 80 grams of honey. I'm still on this bottle instead of my giant bottle yet. My youngest kid saw it the other day, and he is really excited. He wants to use honey for everything, so that we can go ahead and use it. I'm getting there. I think this might be the last of it. Uh-oh, we might have to open it. Give it a second. I'm at 67. 74, 76, 78, 79, 80! You survived! Good job! Oh, my kids are going to be so excited that they get to use the new honey, the big jumbo honey. So we are going to combine this all nicely. And then after we get this all mixed together, we will let him rest for an hour before we start our stretch and pulls. That seems to work the best for all of my bread so far. And if it's not broken, don't fix it, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't know how many of y'all are Americans that listen to me, or how many are Japanese. So if you ever hear me say something and you don't know what I'm talking about, just go ahead and comment and I'll tell you what I'm talking about, because sometimes I use silly sayings that only Americans might know, and that's okay, right? We all have our own little sayings. There's a lot of things that don't translate well in Japanese either, so let me know. Okay, I've got this. I'm going to give this a nice little squish, get it all mixed together. It is just so much softer than the traditional loaf. So get this all mixed in. Make sure that there's no dry bread flour in there. Give it a little squeeze a couple of places because I'm filming some dry. I don't know if you can hear, but I have the windows open. It is a beautiful day. So just trying to soak in as much sunshine and fresh air as I can. Okay, so we are going to let this guy rest with the shower cap on for 1 hour, and then we will be back for some stretch and folds. See you later. Okay, next up we have to do our first set of stretch and folds on our honey wheat loaf bread. However, I need some of my beautiful green tea that I just made because I am thirsty. I'm going to leave that open a little bit so it doesn't build pressure since it is still hot, because I can't wait. Got my honey wheat. Oh, that's good. I love cold tea season. Okay, let's get our honey wheat loaf stretched and folded. We are going to do coil folds because they make me happy. Let's see if we can get her all the way off the bowl. Can't you do it? Can't you do it? Yeah, good job, girl. Okay, another stretch and fold. And another stretch and fold. This one always feels a lot different because it does have that wheat flour in it, so it has more of a gritty filling to it. So if you are working with it ever, don't be too concerned. You don't need to try to smooth it out a whole lot. It is just the way that it feels. So So excited to be making these for my friend's party on Sunday. She is having a little Easter get-together with her students. So she asked me to help her out and make some bread for her, and I am super honored that she chose me. So we're going to do, let's do 3 more, and then we will put her to rest for 30 minutes. 1 and last one. Give her an extra shake, squeeze, 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 shake, 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 and turn her over. Beautiful. Get our shower cap back on, and I will let her take a little 30-minute nap. See you guys later. Okay, next up we have our honey wheat loaf coil folds. This is round 2. Should start seeing some pretty good gluten building. Starting to see some bubbles forming maybe. This one takes a little bit longer to see the progress just because it is more of a textured loaf, but sometimes we get lucky and we start to see those bubbles early, and that is what we like to see. So doing some nice beautiful coil folds, stretch, 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 coiling that under, and we're going to do 3 more of these. See how beautiful she's looking? 1 and 2, and last but not least, number 3. Coil her under. Put her shower cap back on and let her rest in a warm place. See you guys later. And I'm back for my 3rd loaf, my honey wheat loaf. I'm going to do my 3rd set of coil folds on it. Once again, it is just a much more gritty feeling dough, so it's not as smooth and glorious to feel as the other, but that is okay because it is just as tasty because it has that wonderful honey in it and it has that whole wheat grain in it, which is also beautiful. So we're doing that. I am tired, guys. It has been one of those weeks, you know. We got back from vacation and we went straight back into the kids being in their activities, and Tayo had school start back. I'm trying to unpack everything. Ooh, look, trying to get everything unpacked and reorganized and omiyages sent out for everybody, and it is just a lot, you know. I know I should not be complaining. It is a wonderful thing to have to worry about, but I feel like complaining, okay? I just feel like it, so let me complain for a minute. Okay, we are going to let this girl rest for another 30 minutes. Put her shower cap on, and then we will rest for a few more hours before it is time to shape her. See you later. Okay, and on to our final set of coil folds for the evening. This is for my honey wheat loaf that will be used as sandwich bread. So we will make her nice and fluffy, nice and folded. 1. Give her some shakes. Get lots of bubbles built in there and that gluten really built up. 3, 4. Starting to see some bubbles coming through, which is awesome. That's exactly what we are looking for. Look at that boy over there. 5. Look at that bubble. 6, 7, 8. And I think we will end on 10. So 9. Look at that bubble. Right on top there. 9 and 10. Ta-da! Put our shower cap back on, and we will see her later to roll her up and put her into her loaf pan. Bye, guys. Okay, last but not least, we have our honey wheat dough that is ready to be put into our loaf pan. I already lightly oiled it with our olive oil. So, you see it is already nice and jiggly. So we are going to knock it out of this pan. Shake, shake, shake. Oh, she came out clean. Okay, this one's very simple. We're just going to knock it out into a nice rectangle, trying to leave as many bubbles as possible because we want her nice and beautiful and fluffy. And we are going to take her over this way and take her over this way, and then we are going to roll her up. We are going to pinch our edges so that they don't come pinching out, and then we are going to knock her over into our pan. Ooh, she's a little bit flat, a little bit fat. Okay, pinch the bottom, then stitch the bottom, put our shower cap back on, let her rise overnight, and then we'll bring her tomorrow. Have a good one.